MacArthur Dual Language Program is set up to be able to teach half the day in English and half the day in Spanish. The idea is for our students to be able to be biliterate in both languages by the time that they leave us.
Primero voy a darles sus cartas de comida.
We're teaching 50% of the time in the target language, which is Spanish, and then 50% in English. Subjects like reading and writing are broken up where they're taught in both the target language as well as in English. Subjects like math and science are typically taught in English, and social studies is taught in Spanish. So it's really focusing, making them wholeheartedly bilingual and biliterate.
Also, the students are able to showcase their cultural heritage. So for heritage speakers, they get a sense of pride where they're able to expose their peers and really cultivate that in the classroom.
The program is open to anybody who's interested. Parents who are interested in their students learning Spanish, if they're English speakers or another language, and our Spanish-speaking families that would like to continue to learn Spanish and then also learn English in the process too. No Spanish is necessary to be able to get into the program. You don't even need to know how to speak Spanish at home.
The program really is designed to adhere to any different level of proficiency level of any student. They're getting opportunities to build their vocabulary in both languages through song, through dance, through text, through small group, through whole group. So they're building all of their foundational skills as they move on through the dual program.
It could be useful, like in times when people don't know a lot of Spanish, I can help them with Spanish. Or when people don't know a lot of English, I can translate or help them.
It's fun. You get to do projects about Spanish.
Being in the dual language program, the students aren't missing out on any other English pieces of the day. It isn't more work. It isn't more time. It is the same content, while half the day they do in English, the other half of the day is in Spanish, using the same skills that they've learned on the English side.
Some learners learn through movement, so you'll see some teachers doing songs and movements, and you'll also see age-appropriate text, mentor texts.
Having Spanish speakers and non-Spanish speakers together means that they're able to have oral interactions with one another. For example, when they're at recess or eating lunch, they're talking in Spanish or in their target language in a natural way. So it's not just academic language, but it's more of a social setting, which is really preparing them for everyday life situations.
If I travel somewhere and they only speak Spanish, I could talk to the people there. That would be good because maybe I could make new friends.
The immediate data shows that students that are in the dual language program do perform better on some of our local and state assessments when they're in elementary school. And then as they do get older, the more language they know, the more doors open up, whether it's being able to study abroad, and then obviously when there are positions available at different companies, a second language is a big strength for them to be able to get those jobs.
Being in the program from kindergarten to 8th grade, they get to really have a feel of how much growth they've made and a sense of pride in as far as the new language that they're acquiring.
You would be so amazed to see how quickly they pick up the target language, how confident they become, and how appreciative they become of being able to speak two languages. It's really beautiful to see.
A mí me encanta aprender los lenguajes en mi escuela.